We are the change that we've been waiting for. You know, it extends more than just coming to rallies or exactly organizing. It's really about how we're talking to each other, how we're relating. How are we talking to our neighbors that we don't know? Do they know about what's going on? Do they feel a sense of community? Do they feel acknowledged? How are we going to build better community for ourselves? Standing Rock was a really good example of when people come together, because we know that there are other good people in the world. How strong that vibration can be. How well we can take care of each other. Nobody wanted for anything there. People were taking care of one another. These are the echoes of the people that went to Standing Rock. There's a couple here that were there today. Would either of you like to speak about the community and the people and the things that were happening at camp? This is Joshua Taplinger.
Hi everybody. We created this group in the beginning of September when we found out, when we became aware of what was happening out there. We have a lot of family out west. We got a lot of family on reservations. We've been very connected with a lot of the indigenous families here locally for many, many years. And we have 3 kids, and we weren't really in the position that we could go out and spend a whole lot of time at Standing Rock. So we were inspired to do something, and we created this group, the No Dakota Access Indy group, to try to spread awareness. You know, that was our purpose. We existed to spread awareness. And that's exactly what Standing Rock represented. I mean, so many people are hearing about these issues and these problems here in the last 6 months that have been happening all of our lives. You might be hearing it for the first time. You might be hearing of the suppression in the reservation. You might be disgusted that the federal government's just putting this pipeline through this area, but that's been happening your whole life. This is the first time it's really come to the awareness of many. Not the many, but many, you know. And I did get to spend some time out there. I was able to get involved in some pretty focused projects while I was in Standing Rock. More on the cleanup end. We actually started a project when we were there to help process 60 buffalo hides, because after everything that had happened, the people that were left were their spirits are high, but their energies were low. You know, with wave after wave of media coming in and twisting reports and losing the support from the majority of the support from the outside world, mostly based on, I can't call them lies, because there was truth involved in what the media was reporting, but it was twisted in such a way that the average person decided that it was either over or they didn't like it, and so they walked away. So be aware of that when you're watching media too. I'm sure most of the people out here are probably somewhat aware of that, but that's not a source to be trusted. We started the Buffalo Hide Project to try to build morale and recreate unity within the camp, because people have just been using pickaxes and shovels trying to dig out trash for weeks on end. It's kind of demoralizing, you know. But Standing Rock was a place like no other place I'd been, and I wasn't even at the peak, the height, the spiritual epic moments of it. I was there towards the tail end. But like Brandi was saying, like, everybody in those environments were there to help everybody. There was, if you needed something, you didn't even have to speak it. The spirit was so strong that it was just magnetized to you. What you needed, when you needed. And that's a way we can all exist, but we don't. Because we all go home to our own little houses, we turn into our own little shows, and we worry about our own little problems, so we stay so disconnected. And I think that's one of the most powerful things I experienced at Standing Rock, was the connection, was strangers not caring about what you do for a living or where you even came from, just grateful that you showed up and you're willing to be human, be real, you know, because that was a pretty real environment. If you weren't very real, you probably weren't going to be there long or be attracted to be there long. When I say real because we did have an army surrounding us, but that wasn't the focus in camp. I know a lot of people have thought that, like, everybody's freaking out because guns are pointed out. People weren't thinking about the army around them because we were busy worrying about making the next meal and helping this person set up their camp or helping this person tear down their camp, or just we were just helping each other. And that was the point of Standing Rock. People stood because they were trying to help all of us have clean water, help all of us have a planet that's not increasing by so many degrees every year, or help the rest of us realize that there's so much oppression and suppression happening, and we invest so much of our time tuning out from reality because it's become such a crazy world. But really, it's so simple. It's like we need to eat, we need to have a good shelter, and we really need good community, and we're going to be supported and healthy humans. And I think that's one of the main things I've taken from Standing Rock, or been reminded by Standing Rock of, because we all know it. We've all had a moment or two where we've been in community and we've really experienced that connection, and we all have gone home. And it's the going home that I think is a problem. There's spirit camps developing all over the country right now, different pipeline sites and different areas, because a lot of the people at Standing Rock aren't going to go back to this. Why? So you can work doing something you don't enjoy doing, so you can cover a place that you're probably not happy with. A lot of the people there have let go, and it is a revolution, and it is something that's taken momentum that hopefully we see more and more of with ourselves and with the youth, of letting go of so many of the things that we accept, so many of the burdens we accept that are just completely unnecessary, that take us out of simplicity. And I think that's, and a lot of that was based on prayer. That was the infrastructure that was used at Standing Rock. That was the checks and balances. That was, if you were not in an energetic, prayerful state, somebody was probably going to be like, hey, what's going on? Where are you at? And take time to maybe process with you and help you get back to a higher vibration, a higher energy, and a better connection with yourself. And the elders showed up, and they felt like they were supported. The elders have been trying to share the message with the youth, and the youth have been too busy getting high or watching TV. But this Standing Rock was an opportunity where the youth actually listened to the elders in a different way, because it was very clear that we needed them. They're the ones that hold the experience, and we need them. And Standing Rock was also a huge show of strength from the youth that stood up and realized that the elders are old. They've been fighting for a long time, and there's this big gap of nothing in between the elders and the youth. There's this void. And so the youth have stepped up, and the women, very strongly in the movement, have been super powerful, especially in holding down the prayer and really embodying the spirit and the physical. And the men have been amazing at supporting that, and that's kind of, I guess, my summary, my own personal summary of what I've experienced coming out of Standing Rock, and that is what they've asked us to bring to the world. Those of us who have been touched, who have been inspired, who have found truth in the message, is to take that to your work, and talk about it with some of your coworkers and ask some questions, or talk to your children about it, talk to the people at church, talk to the people on the street you're checking out, Just try to keep that message in your heart, and then spread that message to the people you haven't come in contact with. And in that way, with that message out there, that was a huge victory, because that message is not one that has been spreading through the mainstream media and Facebook and average conversations, and that conversation is still strong. But it's going to take all of us keeping that conversation going to not only keep it strong, but strengthen it. I have a new definition of cold. I thought I knew what cold was, and I had to relearn that definition. A lot of the people at camps were eating better and living better, especially the people from the reservations, than they ever had in their life. And that's something, you know, to really think about. Everybody's thinking it's so extreme, we're out in these camps doing these things, but that was better living than most of those people had ever had. And more love than a lot of those people had ever seen. Yeah, so I just encourage all of us to keep this conversation going and however we possibly can, and to get involved locally. And that's why we called a number of people out from local issues here in Indianapolis, because we've all been inspired to help in North Dakota. But there's a lot that needs attention here. You know, there's coal plants that are out of control, water being poisoned, money being wasted, neighborhoods being blockaded into floodplains, old growth forests being torn down. There's plenty of work right here at home. And the elders of Standing Rock and the people of this movement would love to see us doing that here. We can go out to other pipeline movements. There's a need there as well. There's a number of places around the country where these camps are being established as we speak. You know, and they will stand and they will resist on the Dakota Access Pipeline and on a number of different natural gas and oil pipelines that are getting built right now. But yeah, it's just going to take us getting involved locally and finding out what's happening here. And we're trying to organize and work like kind of an umbrella group under which all the environmental local groups can kind of sit at a table, and we can get the word out to more people about what is going on and how to get people involved, but that's still in the works.
What's the name of the organization?
That one does not have a name yet.
Oh, okay.
It's still a conceptual model.
Where can we find more information?
Well, right now our page is No Dakota Access Indy, and we're actually partnering with a local indigenous group who unfortunately none of them could be here today, but they're called Healing Arrows, and it's a group that's very dedicated to continuing doing indigenous education, cultural restoration, political justice action. And so we're merging with them, and we're actually going to join the page. So the No Dakota Access Indy page is soon going to turn into the Healing Arrows page, because that's a group, you know, this conversation is going to end specifically about this pipeline within who knows how long. But the group that we're partnering with, they're committed to continue this work from now on, you know, on the more broad issues. So you can look for that change to happen maybe in the next week or so on our page. But yeah, I guess some other ways too that we can be involved here is the defunding campaign. It officially began in late November, and since then we have a recorded $5 billion that have been moved out of banks that have funded this project and other fossil fuel projects. So that's something we can continue doing the rest of our lives. Taking our money, it's like Robin Hood. You take your money out of the place that's, you know, wasting it and using it poorly, and try to find someplace intelligent like local credit unions or local banks to put your money in that's involved in local issues and investing that money here in good projects. DefundDAPL.org is a website that has all the information of all the banks involved, steps you can take, a place where you can record your divestment and add it to those totals. So that's something we highly encourage, and the tribes are highly encouraging all of us to participate in. If you do have your money, basically in any big bank, you're supporting probably fossil fuel projects. I mean, it's that simple. So we encourage you to close your accounts and close your investments and move them to something more local. That's a small way you can make a big difference. Another need is a lot of people were arrested. Over 700 people were arrested in North Dakota, and they will be going to trial over the course of the next year. You know, a lot of people had their court date and then their trial date. We have friends whose trial dates are until September and November of this year, and people who are still going for their trial dates might not have trial dates till next year. So there's still a need for funds in the legal fund. So that is one place you can continue making donations to Standing Rock, and it's the waterprotectorlegal.org is the official fund. That's, nobody's perfect, but they're doing a lot of really good stuff with the money. They've covered the bail for almost all the water protectors. They've covered housing, shelter, They're covering travel arrangements to get people back from wherever they came from back to North Dakota for their trial dates. So it's a really active organization that's been very supportive. And something else we really highly encourage is we made this official rally and put all the work in promoting. It doesn't take all this. If every single one of you got 2 or 3 friends together, made some signs, and decided to go out to some banks, that's going to have a huge impact. It doesn't take 20 people. It doesn't even take, 3 or 4 people outside gas stations, outside banks. Sharing the word and keeping the awareness alive can really make a huge difference. So don't wait for the big events to take action. You can take action every day. Markers and signs and a half an hour to an hour, rush hour at a busy spot can make a huge difference in keeping awareness alive. I guess one of the other things that I also wanted to share that I've really realized through this process is the reason we got here, the reason we're even standing here today, is there are people in this world that have no connection to the natural world. If they did, they wouldn't be making the choices. These projects would not be happening. If the Trumps and the administrators and all these people had spent summer after summer in nature camp, they probably wouldn't be the same people they are today. So we can fight, we can protest, we can go to court, we can do all these things, but I think one of the overall deepest solutions comes into connecting the youth with nature, not just on hikes, which is great too, but really educating and connecting and making nature connection with humans to the planet we're on. Above and beyond, especially into the youth minds. Because someone who has a good relationship with this Mother Earth is not going to litter nearly as much, is going to go out of their way to ride a bicycle, are going to be educated and understand the relationship they have with our planet and how much we need it and all the things we can do to help it. Well, it doesn't need much help. It just needs us to stop doing what we're doing. It can take care of itself.
We need help.
We need help. That's very true. There's schools in Bloomington, there's schools here in Indianapolis that are set up for awesome nature connection. There's one right near Butler University called White Pine Wilderness Academy. It's got phenomenal youth programming and adult programming. There's the Wild Nature Project down in Bloomington, Indiana, that also works with quite a bit of intensive nature connection, where you can get really deep with your knowledge of the natural world, from medicinal plants, edible plants, a lot of indigenous technologies, the bow building, tracking, getting in to know your trees, your animals, and really connecting with the natural world. And there's these schools all over the country and all over the world. And I personally believe that's one of the major solutions that we can really invest ourselves in to make a difference, to really connect with our nature and the natural world. So that's what I have to share. So thank you for listening.
언제나 가요 아리 아파 미니 위전이 와카엘로해 니에 비엘이 아시자엘로 오야 테이블에 아파